I don't know how to sort this. I don't know what people want. I don't know anything about quilting. There's a mixture of like cotton and polyester that could go together. Is only cotton used for quilting? Do people do random quilts, or does it have to have a pattern? I don't know. What did I get myself into? Oh my God. I don't know nothing about no quilting. I don't know. I'm so confused and overwhelmed. What did I do? What do I do with this? Good day, fashion friends. What did I get myself into? I'm buried right now in fabric. So my upstairs rooms are full. My basement is full of other things. We won't talk about that. So the only space we have left for me to sort the fabric that I picked up is in my front room. So right there is my door. And this is what my living room looks like right now. So I have been sorting through this vintage material since Sunday evening after work. So I'll just work for like 2 or 3 hours, sort it into different piles as need be. Not sure if I'm doing things right, but I'm just foraging through. And if I have to do some resorts, then that's fine. So first off, let me show you some really cool things that I got at the big clothing estate sale that I had to stop filming and because there was just so much to dig through and I was getting tired. So let me show you what I grabbed from that sale before I start digging into the fabric. So one of the things that I found at the previous estate sale was this very large, amazing crocheted tablecloth. There might be a few little stains on it, but that's okay. We can work around that. Another item that I found, and I'm absolutely in love with this. It has been washed. It does have some stains still on it, but look at this beautiful butterfly embroidery. There is the back side. And it is just, it's all over. There's flowers and just gorgeous butterflies. And very, very Tracy Myers inspired because I know she uses a lot of these and she'll cut the little embroideries out and stitch them on. So I'm really excited to use this. I thought this was also very Tracy Myers inspired tablecloth. I didn't open it up all the way. I don't think it has any stains on it. It seems fairly new and modern, but I still thought it was beautiful. And even if I don't use it, I'm sure I could find somebody else that might be interested in using it. You never know. So that's, oh, and then I found 2 pieces of fabric that is now in this fabric box that I picked up at the other estate sale. So let me find those real quick for you. Okay, here they are. I just thought they were gorgeous. This would be great on the back of a denim jacket. And I just love this pattern on this piece. And these are uncut pieces. So don't know if they're vintage. Let's see if this is dated. It says made for JoAnn Fabrics. It's called Tail Feathers. Susan Wingett. Designed and produced for JoAnn Fabrics. I do not see a date on it, but that's okay. So I've definitely up to my eyeballs in fabric. So that means more tutorials coming. Okay, so just to kind of explain the system I have going on. This bin is mostly scraps. Anything from a small scrap to a decent sized scrap. This is some upholstery material. These are quilting parts that have already either been started. So I set those aside in case somebody wants to use them, finish them, whatever. This bin is full cuts of fabric. Some of them may have like a tiny little cut in them. Who knows? There's all kinds. So these are like the bigger cuts of fabric. Right here is a pile of patriotic fabric, and I separated this out because I have 2 military jackets that I may be able to use some of this to upcycle those jackets. I love this plaid, and I fell in love with this pink corduroy, and I only found a small piece, but then I found some more. And then I think it would look great to do something with this pink striped fabric. Pink striped fabric. So I thought that would be fun, so I set that aside. This fun pile right here is a lot of scraps of very much vintage polyester. And my plan for this little pile right here is to create a polyester patchwork skirt. And if I don't have enough to make a full skirt, then I will use it to attach to the bottom of like a jean skirt or some kind of a fabric skirt that I might find. There's also cuts of plain polyester fabric that maybe I will use that for the top and then do the patchwork on the bottom. Not sure yet, depends on how much I have left by the time I get finished sorting. This is some very nice heavy old school linen. Some of it are decent cuts and some of it is not. This is flannel. This is like kids and sports stuff. This pile is like baby fabric and some fleece that can be possibly used for blankets or making a little pillow. Not sure. This back here in the corner, this is all country fabric with cows and barns and little Amish people. This pile right here is all like Christmas. And yeah, this whole pile is Christmas. And then I have some religious material over here. Up here is, I've got Thanksgiving, and then I have pre-made or pre-cut pillows. So back in the day, you could go into the store. If some of you remember, there's a American Choppers. So sometimes back in the day, and I don't know if you can still do that today, you could go in and get a cut of fabric where it had the front and back of a pillow, and you just simply cut it out and stitch it and stuff it. So that's a pile of those. This is some fun. I wasn't sure where to put this, whether it was like country, but it's got like little pockets and bandana. More pillow fabric, I believe, already cut out. That's like a little doll right there that you cut out and stuff. Appliques. So these are also things that you cut out the applique and then you can attach it to a sweatshirt or t-shirt. This has like some sayings on it. So I'm trying to sort it and make a little bit of sense. These two bins are craft items, various craft items. This is my garbage bag because there's some stuff that I just can't even mess with. I have a tablecloth, couple sheets, vintage sheets that have no mates. And then if we travel over here, these 3 bins are full cuts of fabric that appear to be 2 yards or more. And then I have these 2 bins to kind of go through. Oh, this is just a lot more craft stuff and stencils, more fabric, 3 bags of fabric, and in amongst all of this is a new desk. It's an L-shaped desk that I also acquired to put up in my room. But I don't know when I'm going to get to that project, but it has to be soon. So this is where I am. So if you see something, say something. I know I didn't give a huge description or show everything, but this gives you an idea of what I have. And if you see something, say something. Another cool thing that I found was a brand new, oh my gosh, this is so funny. But it's a brand new thermal treated Teflon ironing board pad and cover, which I do need a new one for my ironing board. And the funny thing is the price tag is still on it from Gray's department store. I guess I've never heard of Gray's, for 98 cents. So I'm going to try to put this on my ironing board and see if it will work. It says fits, tailored to fit all 54-inch ironing boards. So I don't know. I'm gonna find out and I'll let you know. Just kidding. Apparently this is a bag that the lady reused, and turns out that it is not an ironing board cover. It is a full cut of some medium to lightweight polyester that has a slight pattern on it. I don't know how well you can see that. But okay, there's another full cut of material. Not an ironing board cover, so I'm slightly disappointed. I was actually pretty excited about that. Interesting thing about this piece of fabric, there is still a tag on it, and it is from Kmart. Now, I don't ever remember Kmart selling fabric, so if you know about the time period when Kmart sold fabric, let me know in the comments, because I'm very, very curious at this point. Okay, I've been sorting, and this pile of the vintage polyester scraps I put into a bag, and then digging into one of the other big bags that I had. Woohoo! Look what I found. Oh my goodness. Nice big piece of this blue swirly vintage material, so that will help with making of the skirt. More of this tan kind of sparkly material. Very cool. There's some purple that I might be able to use. I don't know if there's any purple colors in here, so I may set that aside. Just some strips of this. I mean, I don't know, maybe I could sew those together to make a square. I don't know, but there's kind of a decent piece. I might be able to get a square or two out of that. Ooh, I did love this, so I found some more of that fabric. So happy about that. Now, okay, there's this. Oh, wait a minute. Do we do the stripes or do we do? Okay, we're gonna throw that in there. More of this. The other thing I thought about doing, and I asked a couple people, was what if I take some of this vintage material that is just scraps that I can't really do much with, and just make, like, take it and wrap it on hoops, because I think people would like the fact that they have a pair of earrings that was, you know, wrapped with vintage fabric from the 70s. Very sustainable. Oh, that one's, I think that one has made an appearance, so there's some decent scraps from there. And even if I just have to do like stripies or something, I don't know, because like I said, or I could use this to make earrings with. So I'm just going to have to create another bag, and I'm just going to put all these scraps in it for right now and make my decisions later. But I've got 1.5 bags left. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm down to the last bag. Hallelujah. I don't know what else to say at this point. I'm exhausted. And then once I get this all sorted into little piles, then I either need to rebin or put certain categories into bags, or I don't really have a lot of boxes. I don't know. I need like big clear bags like this. I have a giant pile of country and a giant pile of appliques, and I'm just basically gonna try to sell things off in lots, like by category. Like this pile is baby and fleece. Scraps, I have no idea. No idea what I'm gonna do. If anybody has any ideas, please comment down below. Like, how do I sell this and how do I sell it fast? Yeah. Okay, I did it. I finished this. This was the last bag. Now what do I do? I think the next phase is I have a box of Ziploc bags and a marker, and I think I go through and bag up the categories. Some of them are not going to fit in these bags. They are bigger piles, so not sure what I'm going to use. I need big bags like this, so I will be reusing ones that I did find and mark them as to theme or type of fabric or whatever. And then I need to label my bins, so that way I know what's in the bins and I won't have to dig through them. So that is the next task. So here we go. Welcome back to the Chronicles of the Fabric. So I got everything sorted. So now I'm making the commitment to list them, okay? Well, I pull out this cute little blue kitten material, yeah, and I open it up and it has that. And it has that. What is that? Okay. And then, oh, yeah. Here's the real bad part. Can y'all see that? That orange streak? Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be there. So I'm wondering, did something bleed onto it because it was stored in her basement and it got moist? And oh, here we go. Yeah, here's the, yeah, surprise. Look at that. Hold on, let me turn the camera around just in case. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. So that was one piece that I pulled out. Okay, now we're down in my kitchen because I have this amazing, it's got like the little raised dots on it, and I opened it up to, you know, measure it and take pictures and list it, and look what I found. Like, what is that? Is that rust? Like, I don't know. And then it spreads a few spots over to here, all right? And now, yeah, it's on the edge. I could cut it off, but it's only like half of a yard. So, and then this is what it looks like on the other side. Like you can barely see it coming through, but it's there. So here's what I'm going to do. It's polyester, right? So I can't ruin it. So I am going to put some CLR into a spray bottle. Try to spray that because, like I said, it looks like rust, and see if that will take it out. So here we go. But before I do that, let me show you another piece of fabric. Some cotton. Looks like she has washed it before because the edges are frayed. But yeah, look. Can you see the pink? Can you see all this pink? Now, I took a little corner and I tried to clean it a little bit. But I really had to scrub. So you can see like right there, it's still showing. So I don't know if I can wash this and this will come out. Maybe get a dye catcher. I think it's only on that side. I'm not sure. Let me see here. Yeah, no, it's on the other side too. Yeah. So there's another full cut of fabric that I don't even know if I'd be able to sell. So that's what I'm dealing with now, is trying to find something that's sellable. All right, CLR in a spray bottle. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, by golly, I think it's working. It's like already disappearing. Oh, is there a spot there? And then I will just throw this in the wash and wash it. But it's definitely looks like it's disappearing. Yeah, this is a full cut, probably a good 2 yards here. And I hate to waste it. And I hate to cut anything off of it. All right, I am going to put on some gloves and get a little toothbrush. Oh, right there's my toothbrush. And see if I can scrub that out. But it definitely looks like these lighter spots over here are definitely disappearing. Woohoo! I'm so frustrated right now. But it's polyester, so it's very easily put into the washer and can be washed. All right, I'm gonna give these a little scrub-a-dub-dub and see if it comes out. But it looks like it might be. It worked. Now it's going into the washer. Yay! So, tip, if you think you have rust on something from age or whatever, hit it with some CLR. Okay, I'm trying to sort this, and once again, I am so overwhelmed. I just don't know. I don't know how to sort this. I don't know what people want. I don't know anything about quilting. There's a mixture of like cotton and polyester that could go together. Is only cotton used for quilting? Do people do random quilts, or does it have to have a pattern? I don't know. What did I get myself into? Oh my God. So like, here's an example. So I have this pile, and there is like this forest green polyester. There's this textured lime. I threw in this little brown piece just because he didn't really have a home. Polyester floral. This is a forest green, subtle floral. This I think is coal. It's got like pastel green, like a sage green, but it's like a linen type material. And then there's a Kelly green, and then this, and like this, and this all like go together and kind of match, right? And there's another piece of this floral that I just showed, and then I have this, which, you know, all the solid greens kind of go with. More of this hunter green, and then there's like this leaf with hunter green on it. There's this really cool teal, and then that. So I don't know. I don't know. And then there's like these kind of teal flowers in this, in which case this will kind of bring out those flowers. So I don't know. How much fabric do people need? I don't know. I don't know nothing about no quilting. I don't have any more of this lime green. That's all I have. So I just threw him in there to give him a home. So I don't know. I'm so confused and overwhelmed. What did I do? What do I do with this? I did go through, as you saw, I started listing some of them on eBay. I did sell one piece of fabric so far, and then I started posting in a Facebook group, and that seems to be pretty active. I have sold like 4 or 5 more pieces and had some requests for certain colors. I listed all the Christmas stuff and fall stuff because it seems like people are starting to work on Christmas projects if they have a lot to do or a big project. Next thing I am going to do is fulfill a request for a lot of red and a lot of blue. So I will be putting those lots together and just taking pictures and posting in this Facebook group. It is called Declutter, Destash Fabrics and Crafts. And if you go there, if there's anything that you think you might be interested in, you can go and join that Facebook group and search for my name, Katrina Bell. And I have one listing, and I'm putting all of the pictures and sizes of the fabrics in that listing. Once again, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you feel that there are any lots of fabric that you might be interested in, I do have a lot of vintage polyester, not a lot of printed polyester. I have some chenille as well, or it's like a chenille type fabric. I am not up on all of the fabrics that exist. But if there is anything in particular that you are looking for, let me know in the comments, and I will see if I have any. As always, love, peace, and thrift, and we'll catch you on the flip side.